Two people are facing charges after police found 3 stolen vehicles on a property in St. Albans on Wednesday. 41-year-old Stephen Dumont of St. Albans was charged with receiving stolen property. 25-year-old Shania Tripp of St. Albans was charged with receiving stolen property and violating conditions of release. Police say they were investigating the case of a stolen car in Palmyra on Monday and were told the car was at a property in St. Albans. Police found the car disassembled, and they also found a pickup truck reported stolen by Newport Police and a motorcycle stolen in Hancock County in 2021. Dumont is being held at Somerset County Jail.